Sorry, try that again. So, distracted by the advert that's going on my stream. It's bizarre. For a moment I thought it was a new Half-Life, which would have been really strange, and then I thought, wait a minute, that looks like a Star Trek uniform. And in the end it turned out to be a completely different game called Prey that I've never heard of. There you go. I guess that's free advertising for them. Anyway, here we are back again in wherever the hell I am. Coltran, Mittenram, sorry. Just connecting up a road. Yeah. So here's my ongoing current build. Yeah, the transportation hub. Last time I streamed a couple of days ago, I was laying down the floor work for it. As you can see, I progressed a little bit beyond that at this point, and am well on my way. Still fairly early, but well on my way. I had a change in heart of the way in which the building was going to be designed. The tall tower for the docking of ships was going to be off, extending up out of this building. I changed my mind because I didn't like the idea of the ships hovering over the building itself, and so the tall tower concept has been moved over to the side here. I may actually install at least one hovering ship connected to it, but that's a little way off still. I need to focus on actually putting up the bulk of the building first. I'll worry about details like whether I'm going to add a ship or not till much later on. So where does that leave me? Where am I? Yeah. So I'll get to that in a second. I've been threatening to do this for a while. It's not essential at this point, but it's going to create a circuit to the actual roadway. I'm not too happy about the drop off the side. Not a lot I can do about that. So, anyway, yeah, I want to connect the road up. Not a lot of room to build anything off of the road, but, you know, it provides the access at the moment, above anything else. The actual rest of the road goes all the way around like that before coming back to this point, so, you know, I felt in terms of design, a design necessity, it was required, so here it is. I do take that into account as much as possible, necessities. I build a new section to a city. I'd like to give it all of the amenity buildings, like the library, blacksmith, stables, inn. So, you know, try to keep it sort of pseudo-realistic. I mean, it's not completely perfect. There is nowhere in this entire set of structures that you can find a shop, which, thinking about it, is a pretty significant oversight, right? Not one single shop. That's pretty bad. I'll have to do something about that, won't I? I can't let that stand, that's just silly. How can there be no shops in this entire place? Oh was I? It was over here. Yeah. Shops. What am I going to do about that? I was just looking just now when I hovered over the back down this way, this square here, this little section here. Now I thought that this is going to be housing, you know, just stick some housing in there, why not? But perhaps it might make more sense to install some sort of shopping centre. It's not the first one I built. There's a city quite far north of here, the main northern city in fact, that actually has one of the first shopping centres that I've ever built. In fact, I'm not sure I've ever built another one since then. So I could do with doing another one, some sort of build to, I mean, represent a real thing. You know, this place like this is going to have shopping centres. So where is it? Not a shopping centre. Okay, I'll grant you that, but still, you would expect it to at least have shops, a tailor's. Is that the limit of what I know about shops? Tailors. What am I thinking of? Grocers. There we go. Anything associated with villages in Minecraft ought to have a shop, you know? So you've got the ones that sell the food, sell the meat, the fisheries. They should all be represented somewhere. Oh, I see. Probably get rid of this one, it just looks weird. Okay, so now, as far as what were we doing here? Yeah. Now I'm thinking with this. There's going to be a central staircase, a double staircase. By this I mean it's 2 meters wide, 2 blocks wide, rather than just a single block stairs. It will spiral up the entire inside as far as it can go before the tower becomes too narrow to support such a type of stairs. And then that will be the level, I think, at which I will branch off to install the platforms by which the ships will dock and be unloaded. Unloading, that reminds me, I'm going to need to put in place some mechanism for unloading. I usually forget about it until after I've freaking done it. Like, done the rest of the building, and then I'm like, hey, I should be filling this space in because there's a staircase supposed to go up here. So what's that leave me? That's the center. So it'll be going there. So what would this be? What am I going to do next? 1 block set in, so go this. That would be next. 2 floors of that. Probably only 4 blocks each. The 6th one was just for the lower part, to give it some extra height and ceiling space. But you don't need that going up. Plus, if I make them all 6 stories tall, that's going to push up the height of the building quite substantially for no good reason. So, what am I going to do? I'm trying to work out, I need to work out how the second floor to this will look, because although it's supposed to be the same width, or radius rather, I don't necessarily stick exactly with that. So it'll be like do something like that maybe. In fact, I think it might be the other way round. There. So we do that. Okay, another couple of layers. Oops. Okay, so that's 2. Now we would have to come in another block and do the 3 floors, which is going to be best to fill this in, otherwise I'm going to make it harder to keep track of what I'm actually doing. No, is that right? What did I do over here when I boarded in one? Oh yeah, that is what I did. Okay. Even looking from this angle where it looks like it's actually fully complete. So let's go. I'm not actually leaving window spaces at the moment. Sometimes feel like I go overboard with windows. Makes the buildings look flimsy. Let's see. Okay, so there. I'm actually not quite building a half. I'm going to bring up the other corner. That way it will be half the job done. And I'll be able to only need to build the other half later. That's fine. I do this sometimes when the tall towers, particularly if it's late at night and I don't feel like building the entire thing. I'll put up like one half of it and then build the other half in the following day when I feel more up to it. Okay, so okay, let's bring that in. I'm gonna have to decorate this thing at some point. Oh my god, that's gonna be a nightmare. Wow. The tallest tower that I built is very far to the north here, and it is very, very large. And I decorated the whole damn thing, and I had to do it over multiple days. Like, not like consecutive days. I just would leave it alone for ages and then come back and do a little bit more. It was just such a gigantic task. But I'm going to leave this here now. And yeah, because we're doing that. There you go. Need to go back up to the previous configuration for the 3. Anyway, yeah, I shall leave it there. I'm going to carry on streaming, but I'll cut it off for purposes of YouTube.